Hello guys, welcome to your CMA Bhakt channel. Today we are going to see illustration 25. So instead of wasting time in reading questions, we can directly get into the topic. Proxies, one account. So two opening stock, you can see here 20,000, and we have to separately form profit. So 20,000 here and total in 20,000. The same direct material, direct wages 40,000 and 30,000. So we have to sum up the value 20, 40, 30, 90,000, and here also 90,000. From on this we have to less the closing stock 10,000. So we are less the value to 10,000. We got the prime cost 80,000 in both sides. And add the production overhead 28,000, 28,000. Then add the prime cost and production overhead equal to 1,08,000, 1,08,000. From this 1,08,000 we have to take the profit 33 percentage, 1 by 3 percentage. So how we can see here 1,08,000 into 33.333 percentage. So we have got 35,999. So if we can sum up the value, we got the 36,000. So adding the 36,000 in 1,08,000 is equal to 1,44,000 in Proxies. So we have to transfer this to Proxies 2 account. So that's why we are addressing the value. Same here the total 1,08,036. Now it's been transferred to Proxies 2. So here we write Proxies 1. Why? Because this amount have been transferred from Proxies 1. So that's why it tends to know about this. Addressing the value comes from the Proxies 1. And if you know this about opening stock, how we got, you can see the question given total 24,000 opening stock. So here the 24,000 we wrote, but if you ask question how this 4,000 will come means, see here the inter Proxies profit for opening stock 4,000. So what you need to do, in 24,000 you have to less the 4,000. You have to separate the value. Total 24,000. You have to write this separately 4,000. Then only if you 24,000 minus 4,000 equal to 20,000. And if you can see from this side 20,000 plus 4,000 equal to 24,000. You can just diversify the value. Just separating the value but giving 24,000. As direct material, direct wages, as per the questions we read, 42, 30. If we sum up the value 2,40,000 less closing stock 12,000, 12,000. Here given profit 2,000. So we can see how it applied 2,000. So in this total 40,000 profit divided by total sales into the closing stock we have to do. So this is the profit, net profit on closing stock is 2,000. 40,000 divided by 2,40,000 into 12,000, 2,000. So we have to separate this from 12,000 minus 2,000 equal to 10,000. So we got 1,90,000 some value. And as previously we added the production overhead as per the questions given. So production overhead 12,000. We are adding 12,000, 12,000 both side, and the total cost 1,90,000 plus 12,000 this, and the amount will be this, right? Then profit 60,000. So in 2,40,000 you have to take 25,000. So we got 60,000. So you can see the profit. You have to write in profit 60,000, total 60,000. Don't write in the cost value. Why? Because it is our profit value. So the same we are going to transfer in process 3. So we have addressed it. The same here will come here. Process 3 we are addressing it, that it will come from transferred from process 2. So the same value. So here also the opening stock we can see that 16,000, but the inter process for opening is 4,000, means 16,000 minus 4,000 equal to 12,000. From this side we can calculate 12,000 plus 4,000 equal to 16,000. So direct material, direct wages, same here 6032. So we can sum up the value as the same here, less the closing stock. Closing stock value is 8,000. So how do we calculate? What are the values been summed up? 1,02,000 divided by 4,08,000 into 8,000. Like C. 1,02,000 divided by 4,08,000 into 8,000, we got 2,000. So from that 8,000 we have to separate the value 2,000 equal to 6,000. So 3,06,000 plus 6,000 equal to, so this is your prime cost. In 3,06,000 we have less the value, so we got 3 lakh. As we know, we have to add the production overhead 3,80,000. So total cost, and we have to profit 25% on cost. As usual, it will be given in the question 25%. So we are adding here in 4,80,000. Don't take from 3,88,000. Take 4,80,000. Some people are doing mistakes while doing in exam. So 4,80,000 into 25%. And don't forget to add in profit. Don't add in cost. Always add in profit. Why? Because it is a profit value. So 1,20,000 and same that added in 1,20,000 in total. So we added it. So whatever this will not process 3 as book is printed mistake. We have to write yes here finished stock. Finished stock. It's a printing mistake. So this will go to a finished stock. Why? Because this is the last process. So we have to lastly we have to transfer in finished stock. So we are addressing that the finished stock has came from transferred from process 3. So the same we have to write the opening stock. We also previously see how in process will do. As here we have to do in the finished stock. So process, so we can see here opening stock of finished stock is 60,000. 60,000 and inter process 22,000. In 60,000 we have to less. So we gonna see how you can get. So we got here 38,000. Just we have to separate. So 60 minus 22 equal to 38. So 38 plus 22 equal to 60. So as didn't here given direct material, direct wages, we just have to see for next. We have 30,000 for closing stock, as need to less the value from sum of the value less. So we do less. We got total cost and the profit is given 70,000. Profit here not will be given 70,000. So it is a sales value 7 lakh. So directly the 7 lakh sales value you have to put here total. Here also total. Here also total. So the profit is here, balance figure here 70,000. So we here forget to do separate the closing stock. As you know that 2,42,000 divided by 6,60,000 into the closing stock is 30,000 here, right? So 2,42,000 divided by 6,60,000 into 30,000 equal to 11,000. Yeah, 30,000 minus 11,000 equal to 19,000. Okay, so 3,90,000 as same as here will become, and 7 lakh here came since the sales value is 7 lakh. So from the total 7 lakh, we have to less all those things. $60,000, 6 lakh, no, we directly will do like 7 lakh minus 6,30,000. We got simply 70,000 is here, balancing figure of profit 1,000. So as like we have to do 3,01,000. From 3,01,000 you have to less 2,31,000. 3,01,000 minus 2,31,000. So we got 70,000 as a balance figure. So this balance figure will be a profit amount. Okay, so don't confuse in between of that. So here will be asked to find out the provision to be made to offset the inter-process profit added. We just have to add the amount of provision to be made offset of the inter-process profits added. We just have to add the process. So here we can see the profit is nil. That's why the provision is to be made nil. In process 2, here we can find the closing stock is value is 2,000, so it will be a provision. And in process 3, closing stock is 2,000 and in finished stock is 11,000. So if we can total 15,000 we got, right? Okay, with this I will finish the 25th illustrations. Hope you find better. Please subscribe the channel to know each and every illustrations in the process costing